The final committee to discuss is a council, the Finance Council. The revised guidelines for the Finance Council have been in place for over a year, and many parishes have already begun implementing them. The Finance Council guidelines will be presented by Rick Rundy. Rick has been with the Archdiocese since 1986, and for the last 19 years has served as Finance Officer for the Archdiocese of Dubuque. Rick?
Hello. As Dan mentioned, I'm Rick Rundy, the Finance Officer for the Archdiocese of Dubuque, and I'd like to spend a few minutes talking to you about the norms for finance councils promulgated by Archbishop Hannes. Please note that while the norms were promulgated last year, Archbishop allowed pastors the discretion in making the transition from the old to the new until June 30th, 2010. By way of background, your parish may or may not have a finance council currently. Canon law, or church law, mandates that each parish does have a finance council. Thus, Archbishop established a special task force to create the norms, which were then reviewed by the Priest Council, Archdiocesan Pastoral Council, Archdiocesan Board of Education, and Archdiocesan Finance Council. All of the groups recommended that Archbishop approve the norms. If your parish does have a finance council, it may be configured and function differently from the norms. Of particular note is that according to the norms, members are to be appointed by the pastor or pastoral administrator rather than be elected by the parishioners. The appointment is for 3 years, and no member shall serve more than 2 terms consecutively. Initially, the appointment should be staggered to provide continuity on the council. The norms state the Finance Council serves as an advisory body to the pastor or pastoral administrator and the parish council. To me, this means the council is to be the working group that studies the matters in hand and makes recommendations to the pastor, pastoral administrator, and parish council regarding the administrative affairs of the parish, keeping in mind the parish mission. Accordingly, members of the council should be parishioners who have a clear understanding of that parish mission. They also should be able to work well with other council members and able to attend regularly scheduled meetings. Individuals with expertise in finances, human resources, building maintenance and construction, fundraising, marketing, or stewardship are ideal candidates for the council. Each council is to have a chair, vice chair, and secretary. The positions are to be elected annually. The chair is an ex officio voting member of the pastoral council and also serves as lay director of the corporate board, which is a civil law requirement. The vice chair should serve in the absence of the chair, and the secretary should be responsible for taking minutes of each meeting. The frequency of meetings can be determined locally. I would suggest monthly meetings for larger parishes and at least quarterly meetings for smaller parishes. I also suggest that there be a regular meeting date, such as the third Tuesday. The date should be a week or 2 into the month to ensure financial statements are available for the previous month. The meeting should also be held sometime before the regularly scheduled pastoral council meeting. A main responsibility of the committee is financial reporting. This includes regular reporting to the parish council, annual reporting to the archdiocese, and at least annual reporting to the parish at large. I say at least annually, but it certainly may be more frequently depending on the circumstances. Reporting may be in the form of a written statement or may be given orally, again depending on the circumstances. The reporting should be all-inclusive. By this, I mean a report on all financial activity of the parish, including societies and organizations, as well as a report of all accounts and debts of the parish. Hand in hand with financial reporting comes budgeting. The dictionary defines budget as an itemized estimate of income and expenses for a given period. While I consider that to be an accurate statement, I think it's more important to point out that a budget is also an important tool for parish leaders to make informed decisions regarding such matters as staffing, maintenance and repairs, construction and renovation of facilities. I suggest that the budget process begin in the fall of the year, with the target for completion being late winter. I feel it's important that the budget information be included in the financial reporting process to all the constituents I mentioned earlier. Hopefully you have a copy of the norms and been able to study them. As always, feel free to contact me if you have questions or would like additional information. Thanks for your attention and good luck. I appreciate the service you provide to your parish.